Hello, this is Janet Michael. In addition to hosting The Valley Today each weekday at noon on the River 95.3, I also produce podcasts, and I'm excited to introduce you to a new podcast series in partnership with Lord Fairfax Community College. Having provided higher education and career training for the past half-century, LFCC is tightly interwoven into the fabric of the Northern Shenandoah Valley and Piedmont regions. Join me every week for conversations with current and former students to hear their funny and inspiring stories as we learn about their journey to higher education, the role that LFCC has played, where they are now, and where they plan to go. We'll also talk to current and former professors about their experiences and best memories of LFCC over the past 50 years. Get every single episode as they're released on our website at theriver953.com under the podcast tab, or you can subscribe for free in Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search for LFCC Stories. Hello and welcome to The Valley Today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Monday. As you are listening to the show today, we have pre-recorded our conversation on a beautiful Friday afternoon. I am happy to have a newbie on the screen recording with me today. We are going to be chatting with Samantha Barber. Sam is the new Director of Community Engagement for People Inc. Sam, welcome to the show. Thanks for taking some time to chat with me for a little bit today.
Thank you for having me, Janet. It's really great to be talking with you today. I love listening to the river.
Well, thank you. We always love to hear that. Give me an overview of People Inc. Before we get into the weeds too much about community engagement, tell me about some of the programs and services that People Inc. offers.
Sure. So we are an action agency. We're over 16 total counties/cities. So it's 13 counties and 3 cities in the state of Virginia. We have a variety of services. So, for example, I'm over 3 regions. That includes Greater Prince William County, the Northern Piedmont area, and Northern Shenandoah. And of course, between these regions that I'm over, there are different facets of services that we offer. So, for example, in the Northern Piedmont area, we have affordable housing. We have consumer loans, we have Virginia Cares, and the same for, the Greater Prince William area. We have Virginia Cares, we have CASA, we have consumer loans, and more down into the Northern Shenandoah Valley area, we have consumer loans as well. We have affordable housing. So it all depends on where you are within the region. We have 4 regions total. Southwest is the biggest, where there's much more programs. We have senior living, domestic violence, workforce development, affordable housing. So we are very extensive as an organization, truly.
I always forget about all of the things you do because typically when I'm talking to somebody from People Inc., it's about a particular program or service. And I forget that there are so many other things that you guys have in your wheelhouse.
Yes, we do. The new market tax credit is where we have 30 low-income apartment buildings and duplexes, just a wide variety of different things that we do to, of course, bring infrastructure to low-income areas within certain counties in the state of Virginia. So really proud to be a part of this group for sure. We do great work.
Is this position, the Director of Community Engagement, is it a new position or are you just new to an existing position?
It's fairly new. Of course, last year was COVID, so we can say that it is a new position. We are creating the beauty of being in the community and getting our name out there more and more and more to support low-income families and small businesses and other organizations within the communities to uplift and build relationships for sure.
And you personally are not new to community engagement or even to the Warren County area. You have been involved and active in our area for quite some time.
Yes, I have been. I'm founder and president of a nonprofit organization. It's called Reaching Out Now, and have been very active in Warren County. It's funny how the world goes, because the mission of Reaching Out Now and the mission of People Incorporated is so very similar, where we do focus on the family and we do focus on uplifting. It's not a handout. We're about lifting up the whole family, and very, very much advocate for the youth in our public school system. So that's why I guess I can say I'm so excited about this, because it's not a job. I don't see it as a job. I truly see it as a passion, and being a voice for the voiceless. I is the best way I can describe this for sure.
And none of these programs and services, of course, happen in a vacuum. You have to have community buy in and community engagement in order for all of these programs and services to be successful. How does that look for you in this position at People Inc.?
A huge part, of course, is connecting with local government, getting community buy-in by having events, having informational chats with nonprofit organizations and churches, and letting the community know that we are present, that we are their community action agency. So it's making myself not an introvert, but really being out there. We were just at the Culpeper Fest last week. We're working right now of being at the Shenandoah Family Fest that's coming up in July. We have a summer campaign that we're going to be working on, me and Rachel and Blue Ridge Area Food Bank, to support families in our Head Start program and families around Shenandoah Valley and Warren County over the summer, in collaboration with the Department of Social Services and some of the churches in the area. So we see that we need to be out there, we need to be present. We do so much good work and we invest millions of dollars into these communities. And so we see that it's time to not just be boots on the ground, because we already are, but to begin engaging and letting organizations, community, local government know that we're here and we want to support the community.
And I think a lot of times people think they know what a particular organization does, or they understand, they think about a certain program or a service, but that's not always what they think they know, and what it actually is are not always in
Very
line
true,
with each
very
other.
true. Because we have so many different programs. It's like it's it's a great thing to have. And sometimes some people may say, no, that's not a good thing to have. But for us, being a community action agency, having these different programs and fulfilling the need of our communities is critical.
Because you can have the greatest programs that can help a ton of people, but if those people don't even know it exists or how it works, it's not really going to be very effective for you.
Precisely, definitely. And being strategic in being engaged in the community through attending fairs, creating events for ourselves as well within the different communities, is that's part of the plan over the next couple months as we dive into continuing to connect with all the different communities that we serve.
And I'm sure your background in starting Reaching Out Now is going to be a huge help to you, because you've kind of laid some of that groundwork maybe from a networking perspective, but you also have an understanding of what the needs are in the community and where you should be to get the most effect for the time and the energy that you have to spend.
Yeah, definitely. I call myself, when it comes to, of course, Reaching Out Now and People Inc., I call myself the poster child, because sometimes, education and things like that, which, we have is vital, but experience is key as well. And I walk the road that a lot of the people that we serve have walked with my children, from domestic violence to homelessness, through having to raise my daughter alone. So I get it. I understand. And so it's not just saying, hey, we're here. It's having that understanding of, I know where you are, and I know things can happen, whether it's through domestic violence, whether it's through a divorce, whether it's through losing a job. And it's like, you can say, if I can get through it and I'm sitting in this position to be a voice for you, there's hope. And which is a great part of our mission, is hope, bringing hope to economically disadvantaged individuals. And then as we bring hope to them. They bring hope to their families. They bring hope to their communities. So yeah, it runs deep, deep for me.
Well, let's take a quick break. Can you stick around for a few minutes and we'll talk some more in the next segment?
Sure can.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation. We are pre-recording today with Sam Barber. She is the Director of Community Engagement for People Inc. We're going to talk more with her when we come back in just a couple of minutes.
Got a financial decision to make or a goal to reach, but you don't know where to start? You've come to the right place. Introducing Quick Money Chats with the Northern Shenandoah Valley Financial Education Program. Visit tinyurl.com/Quick Money Chat to schedule a virtual chat with a staff member or trained volunteer. We won't tell you what to do, but we will give you the tools you need to choose wisely. And because Virginia Cooperative Extension is part of Virginia Tech and Virginia State, your land-grant universities, you can be sure that our information is credible and trustworthy. And you'll know that we aren't trying to sell you something. Maybe you want to improve your credit score, or reduce your banking overdraft fees, or even figure out if you can afford to buy that car. Sorting through tons of information on the internet can be overwhelming, and sometimes it can be hard to know who to trust. Schedule a Quick Money Chat and get the information you need to take action. Go to tinyurl.com/Quick Money Chat and get financial education personalized for you.
Welcome back to the Valley today. I am your host, Janet Michael. Happy Monday. As you are listening to the show today, we have pre-recorded our conversation with Sam Barber. She is the Director of Community Engagement for People Inc. And Sam, you mentioned in the first segment, we were talking about some of the different programs and services offered by People Inc. Affordable housing is a huge one. That's one that I think a lot of people know and recognize the People Inc. name for. You guys just broke ground on a new low-income housing apartment complex in Page County. Give me the details about that.
Yes, we did. We did about 3 weeks ago, actually. We broke ground on Lorraine Meadows. It's a 52 apartment complex for low-income families. So we are really, really excited about that. We had Congressman Ben Klein. He was out with us, and he was, he had a shovel, with other representatives that came out for the event. So that's one thing that we relentlessly, diligently worked on and was able to start construction on it. So really excited about that.
And you mentioned you have another similar property in Newmarket. Is this something that you guys hope to be able to do in all the various counties across your service area?
Yeah, affordable housing, as we know, is a huge, huge, huge issue. And that is a part of what we are hoping to have more in the areas that we serve, is affordable housing for families, for sure. Yes.
And then you offer other things too, like consumer loans. I know you do a lot of work with businesses, getting them up and off the ground if somebody wants to buy a business or expand a business. You guys really do have a broad reach, especially from a financial perspective.
Yeah, we definitely do. There's 2 other organizations under the People Inc. name. We have a housing group, we have our financial services. So yes, we do offer small business loans. We offer consumer loans to families within our scope of support. So yes, we truly do. And we also have Virginia Cares, support for ex-offenders coming out of prison, helping them to get back on their feet, housing, jobs, training. So those are some of the things that we have in these areas.
I'm not sure if that's going to make your job easier or harder from a community engagement perspective, having so many things that you can reach out to the community about, or having so many things that you can reach out to the community about.
And one thing that we pride ourselves on is that when we go into a community, we don't, if someone is there already, that, for example, Winchester has a Laurel Center, and that's sexual assault. Warren County have the Phoenix Project. So we wouldn't go into Frederick and said, we're opening a sexual assault organization, or we won't go into Warren County, said that we're opening a domestic violence awareness building or anything. We will come in and we will support the needs of the community. So we know affordable housing is one. Of course, small businesses is another aspect where individuals, especially in today, they're starting their own businesses. They're doing projects, remodeling projects and things like that. So yeah. And the Luray Meadows, where we're hoping that it will be finished maybe around 2022, summer of 2022.
And I don't think any of our communities, at least here in the Shenandoah Valley, could ever say, oh, no, we have too much affordable housing. So I think you're in good shape no matter how many of these types of complexes you want to build anywhere up and down the Shenandoah Valley.
Yeah, it's working with the community members. It's a hand-in-hand operation where we have to get buy-in from the community, support from the local government, support from the federal government. So it's very much a tiered progress. So we're hoping to expand, and we are here. We're available as a community action agency for these 13 counties and 3 cities that we've been given the opportunity to support. So please reach out.
And you mentioned in the first segment that a lot of what you're going to be doing is setting up at events, educating people on what you do, making sure they understand all of the different programs and services that are available, having some events yourself. I'm guessing for some of these other different programs and things, you're also going to have to attend city council meetings, board of supervisor meetings. You're going to have to know who the players are on a local government level as well.
Yes, relationship for my position is key. From federal to the mom and pop walking into Martin's to get groceries. So no one's going to be exempt from my list. Sure. No, I'm going to be engaging with, and I love being in the midst of our community. So it was so amazing being a part of the Culpeper Fest last weekend, and the information chat that I'm having with some of the organizations and churches at our Woodstock office. So yeah, I will be knocking on doors for sure.
I've got so many hookups for you in Winchester and Frederick County. Nikki at the Front Rural Chamber is going to have a list of people that she can connect you with, and events, networking events, and things like that the Chamber is bringing back in person. You're going to be exhausted at the end of the day. So I hope you're ready for this.
I am. And thank you so much, Janet. That's what I need. I truly need network connections, and please, yes, invite me to events, because this is the way we're going to be successful. This is how we're going to get the People Inc. name out there, and the programs that we have in order to serve our communities as a community action agency. So yeah, I probably will be exhausted, but it's all for good work. And when you find your job is your passion, yes, there are going to be days where I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm tired, but the fulfillment and the reward of service definitely takes precedent.
So if somebody is listening today and they're like, well, wait, I want to connect with Sam. I want to make sure she knows about what we do, or I want to learn more about what kinds of things she has to offer. How would they do that? What is their best first step?
Definitely through email, because I'm traveling so much. Like I'm in Abingdon today, and so I'm 4 hours away from home, but they can reach me at engagement@peopleinc.net. And please don't hesitate to questions, finding about resources. We have a great network of employees that work together to get answers. So if any support is needed, please reach out. And again, it's engagement@peopleinc.net.
And that's the upside too. I've been talking a lot in the last year about some of the silver linings with COVID. And one of them is Zoom, and the fact that that'll help you some. Like today, we're recording this radio show and I'm in Middletown, Virginia, and you're in Abington. So that is going to make it a little bit easier for you, I suspect, moving forward.
No, definitely. And if I was home, I could be, because I also live in Middletown. So if I was home, I would have just driven up the street and chatted with you.
That would have been awesome. You have no idea how long I've been trying to record a radio show from my patio. So we are totally going to make that work before the summer is over.
I'm in. Yes, I'm in.
So the website is peopleinc.net, and then your
Yes.
email address is engagement@peopleinc.net.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Sam, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to fill me in on the new position, give me some updates on what's going on with People Inc. I do appreciate it.
Appreciate you, Janet, and so looking forward to meeting you in person, especially now knowing that we're neighbors.
Right. I will be back tomorrow. It is a live show tomorrow. I know, 2 in 1 month. That is highly unusual. Dennis Lynch is going to meet me at the studio tomorrow, and we are going to talk about the concert lineup for the Shenandoah Valley Music Festival. So meet me back here a few minutes after noon, and we will be live on the air.